Hello, hello, hello. Hello, my name is Mike Searson. I am with Live Your Life Learning. Learning to make your life better. This week we're going to have 2 posts. In this first post, we are going to review a book by Martin Yate called The Ultimate Job Search Guide, copyrighted in 2017. The book gives different ideas about the job search. Some of these ideas are: company owners design companies mostly to make money. Jobs, for the most part, are designed to solve problems. Ideally, you want to express how you can solve their problems with a potential employer. If you can solve problems for a company, you can make the company more efficient and help its owners make more money. You can then be more valuable to the company. In Chapter 3 of the book, called How to Build a Killer Resume, on page 33, Chapter 3 describes the importance of a resume. The chapter discusses the importance of writing a resume. The chapter mentions that a resume is a critical document to create. A good resume can open new opportunities for you. The chapter gives suggestions on how to write a good resume. The chapter also gives some suggestions on how to write a cover letter, on page 62. In Chapter 4 of the book, called Networking and the Successful Job Search, on page 65, and Chapter 5, called The Professional, Alumni, and Community Networks, on page 92, the chapters talk about meeting people in different ways. Job hunting is a meeting people activity. The book mentions that the job search involves conversations with people. You will often have to get into conversations with people to get employed. Ideally, you want to talk with people who can hire you. Both chapters give suggestions on ways to connect with people, including using tools like LinkedIn, professional associations, and alumni associations. In the book, Chapter 6, called Networking Integrated Job Search Techniques, on page 106, the chapter gives ways to search for a job. In the book, Chapter 7, called Making Contact, on page 136, the chapter gives ideas on how to directly contact a potential employer. The book gives ideas on how to make that direct contact. In a phone conversation that you may have with a potential employer, the chapter gives ideas on overcoming some objections you may have in the phone call. In Chapter 8, called Ace That Telephone Interview, on page 101, the chapter advises on how to conduct telephone employment interviews. One suggestion the chapter has is never decline an employment interview. Job searching involves a variety of skills, and one of those skills is employment interviews. You want the practice of doing employment interviews to get better at doing employment interviews. In Chapter 9, called Dress for Job Success, on page 173, the job advises on how to dress for job interviews. Part 3 of the book gives ways to answer interview questions. These are some of the job ideas from Martin Yate's book, The Ultimate Job Search Guide. May they have helpful information in your remote job search. A fuller description of the book is in the description below. The purpose of the content is to provide insight, research, and opinion, not to provide professional, legal, or tax advice. Please see an individual expert for individual guidance. Thanks for listening. Thank you.